Hi, everyone. I want to welcome you to our video series. It's so exciting that you joined us for our video series for Black Breastfeeding Week. I am so excited that you are here because it is so important that you know the benefits of breastfeeding, having support when you're breastfeeding, and being able to understand the concepts of what to do, how to do breastfeeding when you have a newborn. So, I want to talk to you a little bit today about the transitions you'll go through as you have a newborn baby. So, congratulations on your baby. Yay, so exciting. You may be a first time mom or you may have multiple children. Either way, the key is that your baby will change through the stages. And to tell you a little bit about our group, we're Black Breastfeeding Support Group. And when we first started, this was the logo. So some of you who may remember back in the day, this was our logo. And I started this group 6 years ago when I first had my son. Amazing how time flies, because back in 2013, I found it was difficult to get help, breastfeeding help where I lived. And I would travel about 45 minutes to go to the local group. And I said, oh my goodness, there has to be a better way because women need support. And as we need support, we need support not only from our friends and family, but the community as well. So what we'll talk about in this video will be newborn strategies, and we'll discuss various areas of it. I want to give you additional information about the key to making sure that you are prepared for when you have a newborn and after you have that newborn baby. So as you have the newborn baby, there's lots of things that you may know and encounter that you didn't before. So the key is to be able to truly understand how you can best navigate being a new mom. After you have a newborn, there's something that we call the fourth trimester. And the fourth trimester basically allows for you to really take another 3 months in order to help understand your baby. Isn't that so cool? So the next trimester, after you have the baby, is that fourth trimester to where you're learning each other. And so we're going to talk about newborn strategies, and I'll just post it up on here to share with you. So that you will be able to see basically how what we'll talk about today, and also think about various ways that you can consider making sure that you have the best team that is set up for you to be able to get support that you need. There's the screen. And talk a little more about these strategies. So we'll talk about the first 24 hours, the fourth trimester, pump or not pump. Oh my goodness, this is such a hot topic. Postpartum depression, hair shedding, thrush, spit up, the growth chart, and then hard breast engorgement, okay? So the first 24 hours, oh my goodness, babies change within that first 24 hours, but it's very key in what you're doing when you realize, oh my goodness, I just had a baby, what do I do? So the first thing is don't panic. Some of you may have noticed my shirt changed, yay, okay? So just like my shirt change, a baby will change throughout the day. That first 24 hours is very important. No matter how you have your baby, you need to do skin to skin. Skin to skin is so very important because it starts your body ready to breastfeed, welcoming in that new baby, and that touch of your body, your baby can really crawl to that breast and latch on naturally. Now, some women have problems after they have their baby, and so they may say, well, you are not able to see your baby right now because we have to rush them to NICU. Again, that is not a problem. Do not panic. Do you hear me? Whatever you do, do not panic. Whatever way you have your baby, And whatever they have to do after you have your baby, whether it's automatic latching or it's rushing to the NICU because there's a situation, you can breastfeed your baby. Okay, so that 24 hours, your body will make colostrum. And when your body makes that, you will begin to be able to breastfeed your baby, and that colostrum will fill your baby. Latch your baby on often, rest with your baby, have them in your room. Avoid having them take the baby in and out. Look for a breastfeeding friendly hospital before you have your baby. That way you can be encouraged to know that that hospital has been trained and taught about the importance of making sure that that baby stays with you, and that and that staff has been trained on the tools that they need in order to help you successfully breastfeed. So again, it's exciting to know that there's hospitals out there that's been specifically trained to help you be successful. Okay, next, pump or not pump. Oh my goodness, this is such a hot button topic. Should I pump? Should I not pump? What's going on in my body? We encourage you not to pump until 6 months, because when you pump early, that can cause nipple confusion. So there's always an exception, and then there's a rule. So the rule is wait 6 weeks to pump to give your baby enough time to learn how to latch on properly, to get that latch right, to see if there's any problems, to see if there's something that's going on. We want your baby to be proficient at latching on your breast before you have to go back to work or leave that baby with someone else, so that they can feel comfortable. So what if you're having latching problems? Oh my goodness, such a great question. If you're having problems, you can express milk from your breast in expression, put it in a spoon or cup or syringe. There's something called the SNS system that will allow you to be able to give milk to your baby. So think about a long time ago, before they even had bottles, yada, yada. They still can express some of it out. The baby senses it, and helps them latch on. Again, a spoon, cup, SNS system, syringe. There's lots of different ways besides a bottle to help them latch on. And again, we want to avoid you having nipple confusion. Also, when you pump early, okay, so the first couple of days, 3 or 4 days, you'll make that colostrum. Then your mature milk will start coming in, and that leads to engorgement. So if you start pumping, your body's going to think, wait a minute, did they have twins, triplets, sextuplets? How many babies are out there? So I'm going to make a lot more milk so that they can fill that. And guess what? A lot of ladies who pump too early, make too much milk. As a result, get engorged, and yeah. So you're going to get engorged anyway. So don't try to force it, because your body naturally knows what to do. Trust your body. Your body really, really knows what it's doing. You have to allow it to work. Now, of course, there's situations to where sometimes you may need help or assistance, but your lactation consultant is like your sister, best friend, cousin, relative, whoever that you happen to like. You want to visit them every week, soon as often. In the hospital, ask immediately, when is the lactation consultant coming? When is she coming? When is she going to be here? Reach out to the breastfeeding groups in your local area before you have that baby. Start making those connections right away. Do not wait to get connected to the community until after you have your baby. Go ahead and do it early in advance. And so you want to make sure you're connected to the community in advance before there's a problem or situation that may come up. Postpartum depression or blues. So sometimes our hormones will be out of whack after we have a baby. It doesn't happen to all women at all, but postpartum depression is something that your doctor will ask you about every visit, every time you see them. Also, men can have postpartum depression. Did you know that? Men can have postpartum depression. What this means is that you could be going through, your spouse or significant other could be going through as well and have postpartum depression. It's your time to support each other. This is a crucial time to where communication is very important. There's other videos in this series that will talk about communication, intimacy. All of that stuff needs to be at a heightened level, because miscommunication happens. And when there's lack of sleep, because babies wake up and we want them to wake up. We want babies to wake up overnight. We don't want them to sleep. We don't want them to sleep too much. We want them to wake up until they get over 1 year old because it's a safety mechanism built in. So it may be an inconvenience to you, but you're going to be tired of sleep. Welcome to mommyhood. It's just that's what happens. No sleep for the weary. And so lack of sleep, lack of communication could equal lots of argument, could equal postpartum depression. So you want to make sure that you keep a tap on your feelings, your emotion, what's going on with your body. Oh my goodness, this newborn, what are you going to do? So what you're going to do is talk about it. So postpartum depression, you got to put your big girl panties on. You have to be ready to face the world and ask for help. Asking for help as a new mom is key to success. You cannot keep all those feelings bottled up. If something is wrong, say something. It's very important that you reach out and let people know if you're struggling with something so that we will know how to help you. Hair shedding. All right, let's talk a little bit about hair shedding. Okay, so, outfit change for me. Hey, we put on our big girl panties, so we have to put on our big girl shirt. You know how it goes. Okay, so hair shedding, it is normal when your hair sheds after having a baby because you have all these hormones, all these different things going on in your body. Weird thing is, I'm allergic to apples except when I'm pregnant. So when I was pregnant with my son, I could eat a whole apple pie. I could eat apples. Oh my goodness. Oh, I love eating apples. As soon as I had him, 2 months later, I was in the hospital because I kept eating those apples and I thought that the allergy was gone. Absolutely not. So our hormones will change. Our hair will shed. Our body will feel different. It's important to keep a pulse on how you're feeling. If you feel like your heart is always racing, you're out of breath, if you're still swollen, for instance, and you've had your baby after a couple weeks, make sure you connect with that doctor because it's very important that anything that feels wrong or off, or if you get migraines or headaches, reach out to that doctor and say, "Doctor, I am not feeling like myself. You need to do something to help me feel back to a balance because many women don't catch it in time and it's detrimental to their health." So promise me that if something's going wrong, you reach out to your community support group. You say, "Mama Stacy, I don't have anybody to reach out to." Support group, if you're on Facebook and you yell out for help, I am not feeling good. I need to talk to someone. Go to, call 911, go to the ER, get some help, but please do not ignore what's going on. Just like thrush, for instance. You be like, "Oh, my nursing's going great. Oh my goodness, I'm getting a sharp pain. What is this sharp pain in my breast? Like, what is going on?" Thrush, honey. There's a lot of symptoms as it relates to thrush, but again, keep a pulse on how you're feeling. Thrush will have your breast throbbing, sharp pains when you're breastfeeding, and that's when it needs to be treated by a doctor. Another thing that happens is spitting up. Babies spit up. There's some that is normal. There's some with acid reflux. What's the difference? So when your baby spits up, again, going back to it, know your baby. Breastfed babies have the tendency to eat only until they're full. Unless they're cluster feeding, then they're always on the breast. But in general, they will nurse, and when they're done eating, they'll stop. You will stop, and they'll, burp them and offer again, right? And so in the midst of that, sometimes the baby will spit up just a little bit after you nurse them. And that's no big deal. Wipe it up and keep it moving. However, if there's volumes coming up after every feeding, you want to consider pace feeding. And that's when you latch the baby on in an upright position to make sure that they're nursing okay. Then you'll unlatch them, burp them, and then offer again. And pace out that time, allow time for digestion instead of just just latching on for a long time. Another symptom of acid reflux is if you tried the pace feeding and they're still spitting up and they can't keep anything down. It's like, oh my goodness, what's going on? Have a conversation with your doctor because acid reflux is something that happens in babies. It's nothing that you did. And that's another thing. As I think about it, as a newborn baby and a new mom, you think, oh my goodness, I'm going to break my baby. What did I do wrong when I was pregnant? Blah, blah, blah. Stop the blame game. Okay? You are doing what you know best to do for your baby. What you don't know, ask. Ask. We use a lot of research to understand information and knowledge to give to you in our breastfeeding group. In our Black Moms Breastfeeding group, we have a lot of activity. We probably have about 150 to 200 posts a day. In our men's group, it's a little different. They probably have maybe 5 posts a day and interact on others. So the information is different, okay? Help your spouse and yourself know the truth. Although the doctors may say you want to research it for yourself so you can know for yourself the information. Kelly's Mom has a great book, as well as Womanly Art of Breastfeeding. Both of those Kelly Mom can be found online. Womanly Art of Breastfeeding, Amazon and other booksellers. Library has lots of copies that generally you can rent out. All the admin group, the Black Mom Breastfeeding group do have that book. They use the book, they research it when they're answering questions. So that is a book that is known in the industry for breastfeeding. So know that information and make sure you utilize it. The growth chart, with newborns, that growth chart, oh my goodness. Having a newborn baby, you panic anyway. I had an NICU baby. She was in NICU for 2 weeks, and you panic. Everything is about how much they weigh. Are they back to their birth weight? Are they black? Blah, blah, blah. You can delay the weighing of your baby if you want to for a while so that you can get more of an accurate weight for when they're first born, because as soon as they're born and they weigh them, they're full of fluids. And they're going to weigh that baby and expect for that baby to be back to their birth weight within 2 weeks, you know. And if they start losing weight, doctors panic, all that stuff. But anyway, you can delay the weighing of your baby if you want to. But growth charts can be scary. It's like, oh my goodness, do they have to be weighed against the chart? Well, it's for a good safety measure so that doctors can ensure your baby is growing accurately and their brain development is happening, right? Some doctors will say, okay, we need you to supplement so that they can get back to their birth weight. No problem. You can supplement with your own breast milk. You don't have to use other things or formula to supplement. You can supplement with your own breast milk, right? We talk in the group how you can supplement with your own breastfeed. So join us and do a search about how you supplement with your own breast milk, right, from your own body. That doesn't cost any extra money, so that you can help that baby grow a little more. There are 2 breastfeeding shorts, one for formula-fed babies, other one for breastfed babies, because at any time a formula-fed baby will get fed more than a breastfed baby, right? A breastfed baby generally does not take more than 4 ounces, even if they're 2 or 3 or 1. 4 ounces generally it. Formula-fed babies, some doctors encourage 8 ounces. So if your baby's only getting 4, the other baby's getting 8, which one will weigh more? Okay, so logic tells you they should not be on the same scale because they're given different amounts of food and quantity. So breastfed babies are generally not overfed because when they stop sucking, the milk stops going in their body. When you feed from a bottle, that baby will drink whatever's in that bottle because there's no flow hindrance. Unless you're pace feeding, that milk will just flow, especially if it's fast flow, and they'll suck, and they don't know any better. So overfeeding can happen. Lastly, hard breast or engorgement. Oh my goodness, clogged ducts. Okay, so it's important to latch the baby or to pump, whichever you're deciding to do. Some women choose to exclusively pump for various reasons, and that's fine as well because that's still breastfeeding. When you find yourself engorged, it's important to still pump 2 to 3 hours always so that you won't get engorged. Nurse every 2 to 3 hours that baby. Newborns you may need to wake them up in order for them to eat because they tend to be tired and it's like, I'm tired, I don't want to wake up, I'm sleepy. Tickle their toes, encourage them to wake up because they're tired from the birth process. It takes a toll on you, it takes a toll on them, but they have to wake up and eat. So you want to make sure that you're offering the breast often and encouraging them to nurse so you can avoid engorgement. Also, again, if you're pumping, do not breastfeed and pump as a newborn unless, again, you're supplementing, because your body, you're telling your body, make a lot of milk, make a lot of milk, make a lot of milk. And you'll make a lot in the beginning, and then it'll regulate. Your body will regulate to what your baby's actually eating. It's important to visit that lactation consultant so that she can do a baby weight to know how much you're transferring. And remember, any amount is a good amount. Any amount is a good amount. So if you do feel like, oh my goodness, I'm getting low, I have to supplement or what have you, still continue to breastfeed, still continue to pump, still continue to reach out to resources so we can help you get to where you need to be. Okay, let's go back to our PowerPoint so I can show you a couple more things before we go. All right, so keep in mind that you are not alone. Any situation that you've encountered, you are not alone. Other women have encountered it. Just reach out to your community. When you have your baby shower, that's a great time to have people sign up for coming over to the house. You want people to come over to your house every day, every day or every 3 days, so that you can have support. You and your husband, or you and your spouse, or even if you're a single mom, you need that extra support because you guys are going to be tired. So you need someone there to help watch the baby while you sleep, to help do some cooking or cleaning or whatever, but you are not alone. Your village is here with you. Communicate often about your feelings and what you need. Your spouse is not a mind reader. They do not know what you need. They should know. They should know. But many times they don't. So just communicate. It's easier to say, hey, I need you to cook, clean, do the bottles for me. I need to get some rest. I'm really tired. It's better to communicate than not say anything. Now, if they don't respond to that, you may have to ask friends or family to help step in to help fill that void. But again, this is the time where relationships get a little weird. And so, again, lean on your friends and family to come in and help. Both of you guys may be tired. Both of you guys may feel overworked. So that's where someone coming in, helping, cooking, cleaning, watch the baby while you sleep can help bring that extra balance. Back in the day, that's what they had. It was like your mom, grandma, cousin, somebody was always there to help. Always. It wasn't such a lonely event of having a baby. Somebody was there. We need to bring back our village so they can help you out when you have your baby. Stay connected. Here's the community page, Black Families Do Breastfeed, private page for moms, breastfeeding support group for Black moms, group for dads, Daddy Can Do, and then the Instagram, Melanated Milkies. So here's some resources that I used for this PowerPoint slide. I'm so excited you were able to join in today. Yay, in our video series. Continue to watch, continue to get encouraged, and share these videos. These videos are for you. They are here for you to watch and be encouraged. I hope you feel encouraged today. I hope you enjoyed the video. Share this video with a new mom. Okay, share it with a new mom. And remember, you are blessed, you are loved, you are not alone. Thank you.